Hi everybody, this is Sharia Shahid and you're watching All of Your Business. The world is under crisis and we are going to talk about many challenges that we are going to face in the coming times with our guest, Mr. Mehtab Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam.
Sir, we are in a very critical position right now and it is happening, these sort of happenings are being expected across the globe. Not only Pakistan but everyone is going to face the brunt of the Middle East war.
Crisis.
Sir, my first question to you is this. Since we are going to face lots of oil crisis, including the fuel crisis, in this situation, IMF has pressured Pakistan to raise the fuel prices. Sir, to what extent are we going to see or what should we expect?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for having me. Actually, the world has witnessed a major crisis. And I think it depends that how much the prices are going to escalate. At the moment, yesterday, the price of crude oil has touched $84 per barrel. And there are projections that it may cross $100 barrel anytime. If the crisis lingers on, especially in the context of blockade of Strait of Hormuz. So there are two basic prescriptions from the IMF. Raise the prices and don't provide any subsidy. And second one is that don't slash down the non-PDL, petroleum development levy, which is a non-tax revenue. These are the two prescriptions which the IMF gives as a standard prescriptions for all the countries. Don't reduce taxes and don't provide any kind of subsidy. So the IMF is giving the same prescription to Pakistan. And keeping in view the escalating trend, it is expected that Pakistan will have to raise the prices, and that's why the government is mulling over the option to raise the prices on weekly basis instead of fortnightly basis.
Right.
So it is under consideration. As just we are talking, we have seen that the Prime Minister has been briefed on this issue and ECC is scheduled to meet and it's going to take a major decision in this regard.
Right, right. Sir, there are reports that government is actually considering work from home for offices and virtual classes for educational institutions. So, do you think it's practically possible for Pakistan? And if it's possible, do you think it's not going to affect the economy?
Actually, the government is considering to implement all those measures which government of Pakistan had implemented at the time of COVID-19 pandemic.
Right.
Except the health related restrictions. There is no other option. Why? Because Pakistan's oil and RLNG import bill hovers around $20 to $24 billion. It is the single largest item in case of imports. And when there are supply constraints, so there is no other option. So Pakistan will have to explore all these available options, and the government is devising a strategy which will be, they are going to implement it in phased manner. First of all, in the first phase, they are going to impose restrictions for the public sector.
Right.
Ministries as well as the government sector departments as well as the colleges, universities of the public sector, they are going to continue their businesses virtually. And then the private sector will be asked to adopt the same approach. There is no other option. When fuel will not be available, then what is the option? There is no other option. So we will have to ensure conservation. People of Pakistan should aware about it, that there is no other option. we will have to ensure fuel conservation. Otherwise, we will have to maintain the strategic reserves,
Right.
keeping in view the geopolitical as well as tension on our borders. So we will have to maintain that strategic reserves. But we also want that it should not result into halting of economic activities. So we will have to explore the alternate options, whichever is available.
Right. Sir, talking about the fuel shortage, does that mean that inflationary let me rephrase it, major inflationary pressure is coming ahead for the citizens of Pakistan? Because of course, when there is no fuel, the prices the prices of the commodities will also spike.
Of course, first of all, keeping in view the recent days increase in the international market, Pakistan will have to increase a major chunk in the prices of both petrol and diesel, as well as in the gas. Earlier, the government has deferred the decision to pass on the gas prices. So now the government will have to come up with this price increase. And when the fuel prices are going to escalate, it will result into increasing the cost of all other commodities.
Right.
So ultimately, it will result into increasing inflationary pressures in days and weeks ahead.
Right. So, since we are talking about the fuel prices and the fuel shortage, petrol dealers have warned of 50% supply cut, and they have said that pumps would not be functional from Monday. Sir, do you think we are actually at the verge of this?
We have
So,
reserves.
sorry, I'm interrupting you. Especially, I'm quoting Finance Minister. He said that we have 28-day reserves. So, given the statement by Finance Minister, do you think we are actually at the cusp of it that petrol dealers have warned?
The Strait of Hormuz has been blocked from the last 6-7 days.
Right.
So, and it is going to be implemented from Monday. So 10 days will have been passed at that time.
They have been passed. Yeah.
So that is the issue. We will have to ensure a management on account of ensuring smooth supply. So if there is a disruption of 50%, a 50% cut, then we will have to manage it. And it will be managed through two ways. Shifting all economic activities virtually, and second, that there is a need to take all necessary measures under which we can ensure conservation of even a 1 liter. So if there will be no supply of fuel within the country, then the supply will also be curtailed at the retail level. So we will have to manage it. Otherwise, there is no other option. So ultimately, it's going to happen. So there is a need to sensitize the people of Pakistan. For instance, they shouldn't travel if it's unnecessary. If they are going intercity, they are traveling, they must ensure pooling of the cars. So people of Pakistan will have to comply or change their daily routine and habits,
Right.
in order to cope with the arising and difficult situation.
So the lifestyle changes is the option.
Because when there will be no fuel,
How we are going to manage our lifestyles? Yeah.
of course.
Absolutely. So, ongoing war has disrupted global energy routes, and it has definitely, when we are talking about this, it must have spiked the logistics costs and everything. So, sir, once again, the inflationary pressures are actually very scary that are coming ahead.
Logistics cost as well as insurance cost is going to be increased. As we have witnessed at the time of COVID, that both the logistics and the insurance cost had gone up at that time. So this trend is going to repeat itself in the next couple of days and weeks, until and unless this war crisis is over, which We don't know when it will happen.
What is your opinion on it? Do you think it's going to be over soon?
Actually, it is very hard to predict about Donald Trump. So I don't know that how much long it's going to persist. But keeping in view the world is hitting a major crisis on account of fuel shortages, disruptions in the oil supply, I think the Gulf region as well as the world will have to intervene to ensure that the both sides must sit on the table and resolve all the outstanding issues.
Right. Sir, there were earlier reports that Pakistan actually was seeking alternative oil supply route with Saudi Arabia after Strait of Hormuz closure. So, if that happens, do you think we would be able to escape all the crisis?
There is a blockade of Strait of Hormuz. So, Minister for Petroleum, Pakistan's Minister for Petroleum, Ali Parvez Malik, has recently met with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's envoy based in Islamabad and made a request to provide oil supply through alternate routes.
Right.
There is another city of Jambu of Saudi Arabia, through which Pakistan is seeking as an alternate route for time being. But it will increase the logistic cost, and how much they are going to provide it. They have promised to explore this opportunity, but the Strait of Hormuz is being considered as the route for 1/5 of the oil supply from the major Gulf countries. So this blockade is really creating impediments for the smooth supply of fuel for major countries, especially in case of Pakistan.
Right.
Because we are facing a lot of problems.
Right.
It will put pressure on our foreign exchange reserves. It will put pressure on our current account deficit. It will put pressure on inflationary pressures. So it's three-edged sword which is going to impact Pakistan.
Right. Sir, briefly, I would like to ask you, what do you think, to what number should we be expecting regarding the petroleum prices, fuel prices?
Actually, 30 to 40% prices might increase in coming weeks.
So does that mean that it could cross 400
It
rupees
would cross.
per liter?
It would cross 300 mark
All right.
at the first stage, and then it will depend how much it's going to escalate in coming
How
weeks.
situation unfolds.
Of
Right.
course.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Always welcome.
That was all for today. If you want us to talk more about the uncertainty and the panic that has engulfed the whole world, do let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching all of your business. Take care of yourselves. This is Shahryar signing out.